And new at 11, the man accused of killing 7 people and injuring dozens more in the Highland Park 4th of July parade shooting has pleaded guilty to murder and attempted murder. Robert Crimo III withdrawing his earlier not guilty plea this morning, just moments before opening arguments were set to begin in his trial. The trial began last week in Chicago, and the 23-year-old suspect faced 21 counts of first-degree murder, 3 counts for each person killed, as well as 48 counts of attempted murder. Prosecutors, they dropped 48 counts of aggravated battery last week. The shooter had previously admitted to police he carried out the deadly attack in the parade back in 2022 and had driven to Madison immediately following this shooting, where he allegedly contemplated another shooting at the parade here. His sentencing is now set for April 23rd, but he faces a mandatory life sentence for each degree of first-degree murder.